Back to another tutorial of Jetpack Compose. So in this tutorial we're going to cover about the basic composable functions. So this course is actually an introduction course about Jetpack Compose for Android developers who wants to learn about advanced Android UI development concepts. Okay guys, so follow me along. So what are the concepts that we are going to cover in this course is like we're going to cover the concepts like composable functions, set content, how do we set the content, which is very fundamental concept. And so what are some basic composable functions like text view, like the text style, how do you style your text, how do you preview your changes, text field, buttons, radio button, okay, floating action button, progress bar, and alert dialog. Okay, so we're gonna cover all these concepts. So what are the prerequisites of this course is like if you are already an Android developer, then it's really a good point to start learning about this new advanced way of developing UI in Android. So if you have already the basic Android knowledge, then it's really a good requisite for this course. Okay, so let's explore the world of Jetpack Compose, guys. So first I would like to welcome you guys to this exciting world of Jetpack Compose. So I will suggest you to ditch the traditional way of developing UI, okay, and we are gonna ditch the XML layout and dive into a more intuitive way of building beautiful and functional UIs for your Android applications. Okay, so this guide will introduce you to the fundamentals of Jetpack Compose, focusing on the basic composable functions that are the building blocks of any composable UI. Okay, so composable functions. Okay, so what is the magic behind the compose? So we're gonna see what's the magic behind this compose. Okay, so so imagine building your UI with a code that reads almost like a description. Okay, so this is the power of composable functions. There are Kotlin functions decorated with this composable annotation. You can see this simple example, composable annotation, which tells compose that this is a function that describes a UI element. Okay, so composable functions doesn't directly create UI elements, but rather declare how the UI should look based on the provided data. So if you just go and explore more about this composable, so it's a annotation class, okay, called Composable. You can see the description here. Okay, there is a lot of description here about you have some annotation like must be documented. This annotation is a hint for the compiler to tell documentation generation tools that this annotation is part of the public API and its information should be included in the generated documentation. Okay, so there is also another annotation which is called retention. Okay, retention. This annotation tells the compiler how long information about the annotation should be stored after the compilation process. So in this case, the retention binary specifies that the information about the composable annotation should be stored in a binary file during the compilation. Okay, so this binary file can then be used by tools like IDE, integrated development environments, to provide features like code compilation or navigation for composable functions. So we have also the final one. The annotation is called target annotation. So this annotation actually specifies where the annotation can be applied in your code. So here at target is used with at composable to indicate that the composable annotation can be applied to different parts of your code like functions, properties, types, and parameters. Okay, so as you can see here, annotation target we can specify with functions, we can specify the types, type parameters, and properties. Okay, so yeah, this is all about diving deeper and understanding how the magic of compose works. But now let's understand another important concept, that is about setting the content. Okay, set content. Okay, what is this set content? Okay, so this is actually, you should understand this as a starting point. Okay, so it's like you can see it as a starting point. Okay, so this is the starting point, guys. It's very important concept. So every composable UI starts with this within a set content block. Okay, so this block defines the root composable functions of your screen. So our root composable function of our screen is defined here. So think of it as a foundation upon which you are gonna build all the other UI elements. Okay guys, so this is what it is. Now let's explore about some basic composable functions. The basic composable functions, as I was giving you the example of a text screen. Okay, so this is like a building blocks that we are going to explore now. So some essential building blocks of your Compose UI are: the first one is the text. Okay, you can just, if you want to explore more about what's inside, what are the properties inside the text, you just need to go and explore here by just command and clicking your this specific composable function. Then it's like you are exploring the library Android X Composable Material 3. I'm using for the moment the newer version. So you have this text composable, this building block for text has all these necessary parameters that you can just customize yourself. Okay, so you can customize yourself with your text color, okay, your font size and more, all this by specifying the parameters on the basis of the requirement that you are creating your UI, okay, on the requirement of your UI. So that's it guys, and just let's go back to my custom my text, and this is my custom UI text where I am passing the necessary text that is a compose. Obviously my font size is normal. I can also make it italic. Okay, it's just you see the preview is pretty much changing in real time. So you have a color, it's purple. So font size, font weight, all this styling your text. So Compose provide all these modifiers that you can apply to style your text elements, as I already explained you. So, and also for the preview, this is a very important concept that you need to understand, because obviously you need to preview while you are developing your UI, and it's pretty simple. You just need to check it out here. Okay, you just can split it with the split view to preview here. And just another interesting concept is like you have to go preview with your preview annotation, and just you need to pass here also like so background. Okay, you can also show it to true so that you can see the real background here. Okay, and you can also explore your preview annotation here guys, and you have all these parameters here you can pass. Okay, so you can just preview in the specific with deep height dp, okay, the locale, so system UI, so background, background color, UI mode, device, you can just preview in different according to your requirements. Okay guys, and yeah, this is the simple concept. So now let's explore more about another building block that is called text field. So text field, you can see my text field. This is my text field. This text field is a composable function that allows user to enter the text. Okay, so it is like the it's perfect for capturing user inputs to for forms or searches. Okay, so similarly the concept is similar with that of the Android. Okay, so and here the interesting concept here is like your keyboard option. You just need to provide your default keyboard option, like whatever input type you want to take as an input for your form or searches, like your phone, or you can just specify like your email, email. So there are different types here. Okay, so guys, you can just check it out here: ASCII, number, phone, URI, email, password. Okay, number, password, decimal. Okay, so these are all the necessary keyboard type, okay, that you can take as an input. So and also you have on value change, which just is a lambda and just apply the value to your text value. Okay, so this is another building block. So now let's move further for our another building block, that is our button screen. So we have our button. So we have different buttons here. I have a simple button here. Where is my simple button? Is my button here? Preview this one. Okay, this is my simple button. Okay, with the on click is you just need to implement your on click what the button is gonna do inside this lambda. You can just style your buttons with different colors, you know, the borders, you know, and this is a simple button. And then you have your radio button. Let me preview this also. Yeah, this is my radio button. Okay, for each index you have the necessary colors, you know, and necessary radio button. Okay, so I have just customized the radio button here, and you have your your floating action button, my floating action button. Okay, so this is the all the concept about our buttons, radio buttons, floating action button. Obviously, radio buttons lets user choose one options from a set of mutually exclusive choices. Okay, so radio buttons are ideal for selecting preferences or options. Obviously, buttons are essential for any app to trigger action when clicked. Okay, Compose offers various button styles to suit your design needs. Okay, and floating action button is a prominent circular button for performing important actions like it's like floating, usually floating above the main content, providing quick actions to key functionalities like your QR code scanner, you know, which is pretty important functionality in your applications. So now let's move further to our another important building block, that is called progress indicator. So for your progress indicator, okay, I don't have the preview here, but it's like pretty much a circular progress indicator and a linear progress indicator. Okay, so you just can just check it out. It's just it's like a circular progress indicator and a linear progress indicator. Okay, so and also we have we have our another is called alert dialog finally. So my finally the alert dialog, let me see. Yeah, okay, so this is my alert dialog, which consists of a title, the message, okay, the button, okay, the it's like a confirm button. Okay, and you can just style. Okay, it's pretty simple, the concepts are pretty simple, guys. Okay, so and this is all about our building blocks. Okay, so this is just a simple test of many composable functions available in Jetpack Compose. I was just giving you a brief overview so that you can discover all about this by yourself. You just need to practice. Okay, and so you can even build more powerful features combining all these simple building blocks and so start exploring, experiment with this building basic composable functions, and get ready to create stunning and interactive user interface for your Android application, guys. And thank you very much, guys. Please do subscribe me, guys. Please help me subscribe, get almost 1,000 subscribers. And if you have any questions, please do write me your questions. And just thank you guys for listening.